Hey, what's up, guys? This is Robertson. I'm giving you another UFC Fight Night prediction video. This time, UFC Fight Night Magny versus Prates. This event goes down in 2 weeks. It goes down Saturday, November 9th, 2024. Prelims begin at 4. It's going down from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada. So let's get into it, guys. First fight up, prelim, Charles Radtke against Matthew Semelsberger. Both these guys got power. Both these guys have fallen on losing streaks here. Radtke's coming off a loss to Prates, who's headlining this card. We know how good Prates is. And Semelsberger, I want to say he's been on a 2 or 3 fight losing streak. 3-fight losing streak. He's 31 years old. Lost to Jeremiah Wells, Eros Medic, Preston Parsons. So this guy hasn't been winning. He's got some knockouts on his record. He's got some good fights on his record. Looking at the betting odds. Let's see if we can find him here. Radtke minus 185, Semelsberger plus 160. I'm going to side with Radtke here to get back on the winning ways and pick up a win. Melissa Mullins against Claudia Sygula. I just was not impressed with Melissa Mullins in her last fight. She lost to Nora Cornole back in April, UFC Fight Night. But I just was not impressed. 32 years old. 33 years old, bantamweight. She's going up against a debuting fighter from Poland, Claudia Sygula, and she's 25 years old on a 6-fight winning streak. But again, she's fought a long list of nobodies. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the newcomer here to pick up the win. Cortavious Romious against Gaston Bolanos. So Romious, I want to say he's from the Contender Series. 2-fight winning streak, 30 years old. 9-2 overall record. Beat Michael Imperato on the Contender Series. I want to say that guy's Canadian. So armbar win over Eric Vo before that. Lost to Ramon Tavares in last year's Contender Series. And he's going up against Gaston Bolanos in the UFC. I don't know if he's even picked up a win on a 1-fight losing streak. He did beat Aaron Phillips. That was in April of 2023. Lost to Marcus McGee. We know how good McGee is. No shame in that. So I'm going to side with the guy that's making his UFC debuting, Cortavious Romious, to pick up the win. Cody Stamann against Damon Blackshear. 2 grapplers. 2 guys that are both on losing streaks. Blackshear, he's on a 1-fight skid. I think he got knocked out in his last fight very quickly. Lost to Montel Jackson. 18 seconds straight knockout. Or straight left knockout. Lost to Mario Batista before that. So he's on a 2-fight skid. And the same thing with Stamann. He's on a 2-fight skid. They both fought tough competition. Blackshear's got a huge reach advantage. I'm going to side with Blackshear, but again, I think this could be a very close fight. I'm going to side with Blackshear. Dalby against Zaleski. Rematch from many years ago. I think Dalby has the bigger potential here, man. Dalby is a gamer, man. God, this guy lost to Renat. Split decision. We know how good Renat is. And just look at this guy's record, man. 4 wins prior to that. I mean, there was a time where I thought Dalby was washed up. I thought there was a resurgence. Then I thought he was washed up. Now I think there's a resurgence in Dalby. Zaleski, I just don't think he's as fast anymore. He's on a 1-fight skid. He's 37. Lost to Randy Brown. No shame in that. I thought that was a pretty close fight. I'm going to side with Dalby here, man. I just think Dalby has more in the tank. Next up, Mansour Abdul-Malik against Dusko Todorovic. I thought Dusko was cut a long time ago. He's on a 1-fight losing streak. Lost to Christian Leroy Duncan. We know how good Duncan is. No shame in that. Mansour Abdul-Malik, he's from the Contender Series. 7-fight winning streak. Beat Wes Schultz by ground and pound in the 2nd round on the Contender Series. I'm going to side with Malik here to pick up the win. I just don't think Dusko is UFC caliber anymore. He's got a questionable chin. So I'm going to side with Malik. Tresean Gore against Antonio Trocoli. I'm not sold on Tresean Gore. I think I'm going to side with Antonio Trocoli here. he had to fight Sharap Magomedov in his UFC debut, but I'm going to side with Trocoli here to pick up the win. Gerald Meerschaert against Rainer de Ridder. De Ridder coming over from one championship. I don't think he's fought at 185 in a long time or ever. So, but I'm going to side with Ridder here, man. I think the UFC's been trying to get rid of Meerschaert for a while. He's on a 2-fight winning streak. The guy is resilient, very resilient. Beat Edmund Shabazian, beat Brian Barberina. This guy, man, he beats all the prospects that UFC throws at him. Or he's fought him and lost to him, but the guy's still in the UFC, man. And he's on a 2-fight winning streak. He's got 54 MMA fights on his record. I'm going to side with Rainer de Ridder, man, but, you know, some of these guys, when they make their UFC debut, they falter. So, nothing will surprise me. I'm going to side with de Ridder. But, man, Meerschaert has shown that he is game. Carolina Kowalkiewicz against Denise Gomes. I'm going to side with Gomes here. But, again, this women's mixed martial arts fight, so it's hard to really say what's going to happen here. But we got Gomes as a minus 350, which I think the odds are way off on that fight. But I am going to side with Gomes. Ricky Turcios against Bernardo Sapajai. I'm going to side with Turcios here. Bernardo, he took a lot of damage in his last fight. He got knocked out by Vinicius Oliveira. We know how good Oliveira is, man. That guy's got serious length at bantamweight. Turcios, he's a grappler. I think he's coming off a submission loss to Raul Rosas. So no shame in that. Turcios is a good grappler. It's going to be probably a striker versus grappler match. I'm going to side with Turcios, but again, it won't surprise me in the outcome. Luana Pinheiro against Jillian Robertson. I just think Jillian Robertson's the better grappler here. I think Jillian takes it down and controls the fight, so I'm going to side with Jillian. Cody Garbrandt against Miles John. Very interesting co-main. I think Cody has what it takes to get the job done and beat Miles, but Miles is on such a surge here, man. You just really question how much Cody really wants it at this point in his career, man. He's taking some tough losses. I think he could have beat Davison if he stopped playing on the ground with him. Davison was trying to drag that to the ground. Davison did not want any of that stand-up. I think he got hurt at one point in that fight against Cody. So I'm going to side with Miles. But again, it won't surprise me if Cody pulls this off, man. Cody's got power. Cody's got real power, but he's got a questionable chin. We know Miles has good cardio. We've seen Cody kind of fade in some of his fights. We're looking at the odds here. Miles is a minus 135. Cody plus 115. I'm going to side with Miles John. Neil Magny against Carlos Prates. Again, this is a squash match. Carlos Prates currently minus 610. We haven't seen the guy go 5 rounds. I mean, if, let's say, Magny can survive the first, 3 rounds, then we might see Magny take over and possibly pick up a win. Possibly get a late finish, either by TKO or submission. But I'm going to side with Prates here, man. I think Prates is going to pressure Magny right away and put him out. So I'm going to side with Carlos Prates here to pick up the win. So, guys, my picks for this card. Carlos Prates, Miles Johns, Jillian Robertson, Ricky Turcios, Denise Gomes, Rainer de Ridder, Antonio Trocoli, Abdul-Malik, Nicholas Dalby, Damon Blackshear, Romious, Sygula, and Radtke.